Okay, welcome folks. Today we're going to learn how to measure in imperial inches and yeah, follow along and hopefully it helps you learn how to measure. So what I like to do is just draw this space. We have 0 and we have 1 and this represents 1 full inch. And basically what we want to do is if we had to measure something 1 inch long, it'd be easy. But if we have to measure something smaller, we got to cut it into sections. So what I'm going to do is I want to measure something about this big. And so what I'm going to do is cut my inch into 2 parts, and this would be right in the middle, or a half. I also like to think of this as having like a pizza. And if I had a whole pizza, I could eat it, but if someone came over, I would have to cut my pizza in half. Now if I want to measure something smaller than a ½ inch, what I'm going to do is repeat this process and cut it smaller again, and I'm going to cut my inch into 4 parts. And you'll notice these lines are a little shorter than the ½ inch, which are a little shorter than the full inch. And now my inch is cut into 4 parts. Similarly, with a pizza, I could cut it into 4 parts as well. So this would be like 1 out of 4. This would be like 2 out of 4. I'm going to put this one in brackets. And this would be like 3 out of 4. So now I have my inch cut into quarters. Well, if I do this process again, I have more people come to my pizza party, I'm going to have to cut my pizza into 8 parts. Similarly with the inch, I can cut it into 8 sections, and I'll make these lines a little shorter than my 1/4 inch marks. From 0 to the first tick now is going to be 1/8 of the whole inch. This one would be like 2 out of 8. This one would be like 3 out of 8. This would be 4 out of 8. 5 out of 8. This would be 6 out of 8. 7/8, and a full inch. I'm going to do this one more time. Say I'm having a real big pizza party. So I'm going to have to cut up my pizza into 16 parts, and then each piece would be a 16th of the pizza. So I'll make little ticks here. And there we go. Now, from 0 to the first tick would be 1 out of 16. This one would be 2/16, 3/16, and 4. 5/16. This would be 6/16, and 7/16. A ½ inch would be the same as 8/16. The tick after would be 9/16. 10, 11, 12/16, 13, 16, and 14/16, and 15/16. And now the whole inch is cut up into 16 parts. You'll notice I put some of the numbers into brackets, and the reason I did that is those are answers you wouldn't say. I wouldn't tell my friends that I ate 8/16 of the pizza. I would tell them that I ate a half of a pizza. And anything in brackets you can think about, but you just can't write it as an answer. The fraction's not reduced, it's not in simplest terms. So always write an answer here. Basically you'll notice all the denominators are odd numbers. And you'll notice it's always out of 2, 4, 8, or 16. Now this looks pretty easy once I have it all written out, but what can be hard is when you take all the numbers away. So now I have no ticks and I just have to figure out where each one is. And I went a little past an inch here. So if I want to figure out what this one is, there's a couple different ways. I can start right at 0 and I can say 1/16, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 16. Now 10 out of 16 isn't reduced, so I have to reduce that to 5/8, which is the right answer. Another way to do it would be to count in 8s, skipping all the 16ths. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8. But some of you are probably pretty good at this by now, and you'll notice that the middle would be like a ½ inch, but it's also, I could think of it as 4/8 and jump right to 5/8. If I go to here, if I count in small ticks, I get 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 4 out of 16. And if I reduce that, it's a 1/4 inch. But some of you can use the height of the line, and you see a 1/2 inch is right in the middle, and the quarters are just a little bit shorter. So this one is just a 1/4 inch. And if you look on the distance, it's 25% of the way to 1. The last one I'll show you, if I have something here past 1 inch, the whole pattern repeats. So now I have 1 full inch, and then just 1 more tick. So 1 full inch, and then a 1/16 of an inch more. And if I want to communicate 25.5, I'd go 25 full inches, and then another 1/2 inch. And so the pattern just continues in this way. Well, I was going to do one more here, just to understand, let's say, this measurement. And so the easiest way is to just start counting. 1/16, 2/16, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7/16, which is the answer. But to count from 0 to 7 would take a while, and if you go further along, it takes even longer. So what I like to do is know that this middle is 8/16, and just go back 1 tick, or a 1/16, and get to 7/16. So there we are. Hopefully this helps you learn how to measure in inches. Good luck.